see you.
Same for whatever the value is. Audio.
We're in the new studio. We don't know what we're doing over here. This isn't Holden's trusted living room.
Well, what we could do is the built-in microphone.
What is that?
It's literally just the fucking microphone. How does that sound, guys?
Is that
cool?
Is that better? I feel weird doing it.
Because we have these nice microphones.
Yeah, we're just pushing them to the side.
I'll hold you that hug, Eddie. There you go. Yeah, solid. Oh God, better. Way
Way
better.
better.
Yay.
Oh,
Okay,
all right,
cool.
fuck it.
We'll just use the microphone. There must be some problem.
Yeah.
Well, there must just be some problem with the microphones that I cannot fix.
All right, so this is just for you guys. We won't be able to release this as an episode of Brighter Side, so it's just in
You
this
think?
room.
This might be fine.
I mean, who knows? Mary's a stickler for sound. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
It's probably bad. But you guys, we're here partying anyway. Let's just keep it special. Keep it for us.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Let's fucking do it again, man.
Why would we play the song again? It's all the same people in the room.
All right, we're good.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for the Brighter Side with Ed and Holden. Welcome to the show, Ed. It's been a great, I gotta say, I'm looking on the brighter side right now. I've been in sunny LA.
Have you been having a good time?
It is absolutely beautiful here. I've been having a great time. I decided to extend my stay. I've never done that before. I almost always am screaming to get home. But it's funny because
Feels good, doesn't it?
This is almost like a nicer version of my apartment setup.
Yeah.
Because I have the whole PC here to stream. I've got better equipment. I've got, a washer dryer.
Mhm.
I've got a fucking dishwasher.
Friends that live close to you.
Friends that live close. I can walk to. Yeah, that's different. That's better.
The
That's
movie
funny how
theater's
that's
a
like way
block
lower
away.
on the list. Yeah, maybe there's a block away. There's a pool and a workout room. So it's kind of a situation where I don't have access to all these like games that I have at home is maybe the big difference. And I would even say Lexi, but Lexi's been out of town doing a play. So I'd have just been home lonely. And instead I've been like hanging out with friends, sitting in the sunshine, laying out by the pool, which I have not done enough. I'm going to do some more of that actually in just a little bit.
When I used to come out of LA and do that stuff, you would make fun of me.
Right. I would make fun of you.
Holden had an acai bowl today.
I had an acai bowl. It's like a fruit bowl.
I made
and
him
it was
have a fruit
good.
bowl for breakfast, and he liked it.
It was good. Holden got that Cali glow. And I do think people just generally look better here.
Dan,
That
therapy,
sweat.
that's-
I am a little like, woo! It is warm outside, but it's a drier heat, so I don't even sweat as much. You know what I mean? I've been having a nice time out here.
It's
What
great.
a basic bitch. I love it. I know, right? Girl named Katie. So anyways, it's the brighter side. We're not here for me to gush about how fucking fun and fine my life is in sunny LA. Don't worry, I'll be miserable in New York very soon.
What's wrong with you?
What is wrong with me? Let's see. What can I find that's wrong with me right now? I think personally, Ed, I don't know if I have literally anything wrong with me right now.
That's kind of great.
I've been trying to think. I didn't really think about it myself.
Thanks for the host, you fucker.
Thank you for the host, still doting.
Hell yeah.
I didn't really think about it. What is really wrong with my life? You had some, not to get into if you want to get into it or not, but you had some sad family phone call just a little while ago.
Those
You've
are
got
weekly.
stress. You've got some stresses going
I'll
on.
be fine. My dad's not doing well, but he'll be all right. He'll be fine.
What are you thinking these days? What do you need to kind of work? I'll tell you I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
I am very split up. I mean, definitely people are like, oh, were you moving? Like Jaggie's making the hard sell for me to move to LA. I'm definitely like feeling the mass exodus in New York happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very caught up. I think Lexi's the one who needs to be sold if I were to move. And at the same time, I don't know if I want to move. I think I want to
brings
leave
it up
New
to
York. Lexi does?
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably thinks about it more than I do, but she's also fights me on it. Like, you know what I mean? She's like, she'll just say random shit. Like, I'll just be like, oh, God, so expensive to live here. And she'll be like, LA's just as expensive. And I'm like, I didn't even fucking mention that LA, like, I didn't even mention wanting to go to LA.
You know what,
I mean?
man? You're good in New York. You just hold that down. And
But
you
I'll
stay
tell you,
there.
I'll tell you
don't
what,
Come here.
I miss. I no matter how you feel about me, I miss you guys so much, and I think that is a big thing for me. I just miss these shit. Like I hung out with Jackie like all day. We hit the pool.
Yeah.
We got fucking fucked up.
Thanks for the host, you fucker.
Thank you for the host, CJ Democo. We got all fucked up and had a good time, and I just miss hanging out with her. And you know what I love the most? This studio.
It's
is this
cool.
like I foresee this place potentially as a, you know, really cool workspace. Like Jackie came over yesterday. We just hung out on laptops all day. Like she got her work done, I got mine.
Yeah.
But we're in the same room. And therefore we're starting to talk about ideas about like podcasts we want to do, you know, just general things we want to do. It's like you just need to be in the fucking same room with somebody.
Yeah, even if you're working on your
Even
own
if you're working on
bullshit.
your own shit, but then shit starts coming up and you start to develop ideas and stuff. And that's why like we have been kind of on a slower track. Like you, me, Jackie, and Henry kind of separately on a separate track of work and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I'm thinking about coming back here and staying in the studio for just like 2 weeks
That'd be
while
great.
Henry's here and just make this an incubator
And
of
we can
ideas.
actually get some real work done.
Yeah, and we can just work all day. We'll just fucking, you know, hang out, talk ideas. But then you also have the pool you can go to if you need to take a break. It's
Pool's
like
nice.
that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So anyways, I miss my friends. That's my brighter side though. But the brighter side is they're in a bright place. It's called LA and I can come back here anytime and stay in the studio. This is an actual studio. Yeah, this is not just a room in Henry's place. This is like, but it's essentially a studio apartment. So I've been chilling here. I've had all the accommodations. Had a shower, you know, a shower, all that kind of stuff. I think I took a shower this week.
Soundproofing, kinda. You know, I
Yeah.
know there's a hole back there, but
Yeah.
you know, that's nice. It's wonderful. We do brighter side here now. It's really cool. You know, but it's and it's so close to my house.
Mm-hmm.
My life has become very easy, and it's scaring me.
That's what it's been all about. For me, dude, that was what it was all about these past 2 years is how do I simplify my life and have a better work-life balance? Because for 5 to 8 years, I was literally only working with very little rest and very little like relaxation.
Yeah.
And so now I have to remind myself it's okay. You can take, you know, Saturday off. Like you can, you know, enjoy your evening. You've worked enough. Like I have to, because now I enjoy my work too. So I have to actually remind myself like, no, you actually did work for 7 hours today. You just enjoyed it. So it feels like you're being a bad like you're being bad by like enjoying your evening. And I try to remind myself that like normal people
do
that all the time.
Yeah.
Like they go home, they maybe do some laundry.
So like they go home and they release by playing video games. You've already done that.
Yes.
So now you get to like experience a whole new part of life.
Exactly. Man, baby, Jingor, thank you so much for the sub. Now, Ed Larson.
Can we explain the show real quick to
Yes.
anyone who's never seen it before?
Let's explain the show real quick, and then you can give your troubles, and we'll find the brighter side, and then we'll move forward. So explain the show to everybody, Ed
So
Larson.
basically, we sit here and we talk to you guys. We like to talk to the people on the chat, and you let us know what's going on in your lives, hardships you got in your life. It could be personal. It could be, I hated the new Avengers movie. We don't give a shit. We'll find a brighter side for you. If you want to talk about the brighter side of the Singapore Summit, sure. If you want to talk about the brighter side of Holden's nerdy video game thing,
all
the
right.
G20 that's going on.
G20?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
E3, please.
E3.
You can't just say a letter and a number and just fucking get what it is. This is exactly.
I saw a good one up there. A cynic's look at optimism.
I need a brighter side of.
And by no way are we professionals, and you know we're probably going to be wrong on most.
Yeah,
of
if
the
you
shit.
get any actual advice from us during this, just know it's wrong and bad. Okay. So what do we have here? Which one did you want here? Was
the
from
one
earlier?
someone was asking me, Still Dot or whatever that person's name is. Keep going up. Keep going up. Oh boy.
Did I miss it? Did I skip it?
We might have.
Might be back down further. Still Doden or whatever.
Still Doden was asking me about moving to Florida.
Okay, well just go. What is he?
There
want?
it is. There it is. There it is. Go back. Go back. Ah, you were there. Up. Yeah.
You said
Eddie,
go back.
I need the brighter side of possibly moving to Florida. Remember the shitty places to live episode? That makes me shake my head. I mean, Florida's got its flaws, but it's fucking awesome too. It's paradise.
What you'd say LA over Florida though, right? Probably.
Yeah, well, for me, you know, because
it's the entertainment.
Because the entertainment and shit. But
I mean,
if
it's
this
a
was
filthy
down there,
place.
it's filthy, but anywhere's filthy. New York's filthy. LA's filthy. Detroit's fucking horrible.
There you go.
You know, Cleveland's the worst place in the world.
So now, recently, that's funny that you say that because I believe that was where Marcus took his lady for their vacation.
I
year.
do want to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, well, Music Hall of Fame. Right?
Yeah, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and plus, you know, just
rock and roll.
dirty punk shows and shit and cheeseburgers.
Did you see this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, by the way? My brother said he
No.
enjoyed it. I think it was Dire Straits, I
Yeah.
believe, got in. Anyways, hey, Easy Sailor, brighter side, I've said on here before that I work a lot. Recently, my wife and I upended our lives. I quit both my jobs, and we moved to a different state. My wife found a job right away, and I haven't yet. It's a complete change now. I'm a stay-at-home dad from working 70-plus hours a week. I don't need a brighter side. Just letting you guys know that the big change you guys recommended feels fantastic. Even trying to find a job is less stressful than where I was. Easy Sailor, we made his life better.
Oh.
And he honestly should probably send us fucking checks for that.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
But I love that you're a stay-at-home dad. I'm very jealous about that. That's like a goal of my life, is to not work and just raise my
I'm
children.
just thinking we changed the man's life for the better. We should probably send us some checks of money.
Checks of money? How about body checks?
Just mail a hockey player to your place, his body check you up against the wall. Should honestly send us checks for all of our mods work. Look, okay, we're in negotiation mods. We have been for a while. A meeting has not been set. That's not my fault. That's maybe my assistant's fault. That's maybe somebody else's fault that works for me, okay? But I apologize, but you guys will get your money eventually. We just don't know how much it is. It could be nothing. It could be $1 a mod.
Yeah.
We haven't negotiated yet. Oh, I wish I could watch the stream, but I have to leave for work. Just wanted to say you guys are amazing, and thank you for being the kind, loving, and funny people you are. Thank you so much. Not Andrew. We have some new people coming in again. Write your problems in chat. This is the Brighter Side Live. We will answer them. Guys, I need a brighter side of still being unemployed and desperate to change my career, and I have no idea of where to start. Feeling extremely lost right now. I will say this, okay?
What?
I will say I was in the very similar place. I had a weird unemployment year. It was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back on that time with a lot of regret. A lot of regret. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because, you know, my main thing is this. This is my advice I give to you, which is non-legally binding. I wish I had had structure. I wish I'd had a structure. And I told Jackie this when she first came to LA. I was like, you have to set an alarm. You have to get up, work out like first thing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to plan a workout in your day.
She has been doing that.
Yeah. You have to get outside. You have to do certain things so that you don't get stuck in some weird malaise where you're just like not doing shit.
Yeah.
If you need to leave the house because that helps you work better, leave the house. Do whatever you need, but build structure in your day. At 10 a.m., I go on a run. You know, for her, what's really working is she sets herself to work out classes that are very early in the morning, and she feels very guilty if she misses them. So she, you know, gets up and she goes to like an 8 a.m. workout class.
With Julie.
Yeah, with your lady, yeah.
And I'm fast asleep.
Exactly, right? And I don't wake up that early myself, but really it's just an excuse to build structure in your life and do positive things for yourself, whether it be, you know, applying for a ton of jobs that day or really just getting a good workout in, making sure you're clearing your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff. So anyways, like that would be my advice. I fucked off, dude. I woke up every day saying, oh, tomorrow will be the day I'll start writing my screenplay or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, I would just get baked and sit on the couch and play some video game I played like a million times before and I don't know what the fuck it was. I just couldn't break the cycle.
Yeah.
I also ate like shit. Eat better too during this time. I ate gross bodega breakfast sandwiches like every morning.
Acai bowl.
I shat like an asshole. I would just shit like an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
all throughout the day. Oh my God. And Henry and I were just joking around about this because we both have this. When we try to write, we end up just furiously masturbating.
Oh, yeah.
As a way to just like not actually write. You know what I mean? Another thing I would do, if you're looking for more structure in your life, if you're a creative person, check out The Artist's Way. It's actually a really good way to kind of try to get you to hold yourself to creating every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a floofy-doo kind of book. It's a little floofy-doo, but if you're looking for hard structure as a creative person, it's a really good way to do that. It's a really good way to do that.
Being unemployed, you know, I had a great time.
You did, yeah. How was your unemployment year, Ed?
I watched a lot of movies, and I did Murder Fist, and then I worked under the table a bunch and made a shit ton of money.
Dude, I remember that was like near the end of my weird unemployment year when I went and did busboy shit with you, and I had to follow that fucking Mexican dude around, which was like, and I knew I was gearing up for this because I'm like, I saw that dude and I was like, that dude works so much harder than me, every
yeah,
single
yeah,
day
I
of his
know.
life. I could tell before we even started.
Well, he was just so happy that you were his employee for the
Yes.
day.
He was doing, and I made it a point. I was like, I'm not fucking around here. I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm not like just gonna come in and be like, ugh, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny because that happened to me at the Peter Rio one time. This dude Richie, you remember Richie?
Mhm.
He was working there. He was one of my coworkers. It was like my first few days there, and he just took me aside. He was just like, dude, you need to work harder. Like, I don't know what to tell you,
yeah.
but like, it was like kind of my first, the only job I had before that was Blockbuster, where the whole point of the job was to do
Just
as
do
little
nothing.
as you could.
Yeah.
You know, and ogle the covers of the softcore videotapes.
Yeah.
But in this situation, he just literally had to tell me, he was like, you're just not working like hard or fast enough at all. Like, you need to fucking work.
Or you're
harder,
gonna get fired.
Or you're gonna get fired. And he didn't think I was actually going to take that advice. I totally did. I started I was like, oh, I just needed someone to tell me. Like, I just didn't know.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But sometimes you just need someone to fucking just be like, no, you're here. You need to be like here. You need to be busting your ass. And it makes the day go faster and shit.
You gotta work really hard for the first 90 days, then they can't fire you.
And they can't fire you. You go in that freezer, you smoke marijuana in that freezer. But yeah, that was the same thing with your thing. So I'd already had that experience. When I went in, I'm like, I'm not fucking around. I'm going to bust my ass. And it's going to be hard. I knew it was going to be hard work. But even working at my fullest, like, bust assness, that dude was doing 4 times the fucking work as me at every given minute. It was like insane. He was just like lapping me. We were bringing up like kegs from the basement and shit and beers from the basement. He was just like lapping me, and I'm just like, just like vocally breathing hard, you know, when you,
It was a treat for me.
It was.
I remember my first job when we did the Burn pilot. I remember going in and like it was like my 3rd or 4th day there, and the Dolphins were playing Monday Night Football, and out in LA that's like 5 p.m. start. So I was like, hey, I want to get out of here at 5 today so I can go see the Dolphins. I thought everyone would just understand. And I remember Jeff sitting me down, and he was just like, listen, you're the lowest person here, so you're first in, last out, and lowest paid. And that's just how it is.
Major Medicated says, brighter side of being laid off is actually going to catch these streams live, which is fantastic. What do we got? The biggest issue with Florida is that I may get a job, but my GF may not get one in the same area. We would both be working for the crime lab, but she may get Jacksonville and I may get Tampa.
Oh,
that's so far. If we don't get the same lab, then she will be staying here in Atlanta. Yeah, Florida's like 3 or 4 different states, essentially.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have that time apart since we have been living with each other for over 2 years. How far away is that, dude? Tampa?
That's at least 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah, that's a long distance relationship. Officially, right?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, you can't do that, especially if you guys are just starting to. Do you have a job in Tampa still, Doden? Man, you guys got to get in the same fucking place, or at least close by. St. Augustine and Jacksonville would work.
Crime lab people too. What's going on? What do you do? Are
City
you investigating me right now?
Work. Clearwater and Tampa, even Orlando.
Yeah.
You know, these are Ocala. You know, these are towns you could.
What are the good towns of Florida? What are the good towns of Florida?
Woo. Okay. Deerfield Beach is rock and roll.
Deerfield Beach is very nice. Where I go visit my grandparents.
Yeah, I like Jupiter is all right. I love Key West, R.I.P. I love all the Keys, actually. They're all so much fun. And then Fort Lauderdale and Tallahassee and Orlando sometimes, not really, but sometimes fun. Live outside of Orlando and visit. And I don't know, I think that might be it. Oh, St. Augustine. It's wonderful. Daytona's all right.
Eddie, I know how your dad feels. Dialysis fucking sucks. The life out of you. Been on it 4 years. Any brighter side to dialysis?
Well, the fact that you've been on for 4 years just gave me a brighter side. I was worried he was going to pass away tomorrow. So that's nice to hear that you can go that long with being on it. Brighter side to it is, I mean, shit, man, you're living. You're getting to live,
getting a thing that keeps you alive.
Yeah, you get to hang out and see people and fucking enjoy your life, man. And you get to have relationships with people that you never thought you'd have before. And
right.
then you get to lay the cards on the table. You don't have to see anyone you don't like. You can just tell them to fucking fuck off because let's face it. Why waste your time? And then everyone else, enjoy it. Go have fun. Go to the movies. I don't know what you like to do, but do it. whatever that is.
Brighter side of being a single mom with an almost 15-year-old son whose father has completely fucked up the relationship because of booze-fueled outbursts. He said some of the most awful things imaginable to my son. Now my son doesn't want to see or even talk to his dad. How do I fill both parental roles, remain positive, and keep my sanity? Become a man.
Are you guys? Do you guys still live together? Does the dad in the house, or is he like somewhere else just getting hammered? If he's somewhere else getting hammered, it'll be very easy. Just love each other. My mom practically raised me. My dad was always gone, and we we went to the movies a bunch, and we just did fun things and ate good food, and it was fine.
And right near the end of my dad's issues, he said some awful shit to my whole family, my brother, myself, and my mother, and then he did end up going into recovery and all that good stuff. And so to that, I just have to say, hopefully, eventually, he will get the help he obviously needs in order to stop these sorts of things. And time mends all wounds at Larson, and we were easily able to forgive him. And hopefully your son will be able to do the same thing. It might take a lot of time, but hopefully, he's not. No, he's somewhere else. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of keep him away while he's being a shithead. And then, brighter side, he gets to make deadbeat dad jokes.
Yeah, and
he'll probably end up being a pretty successful comedian.
Yeah, and encourage him to hang out with his friends as much as possible. That's what I did, and it really helped me. You're a great help because you're his mom and you love him, but, he needs to be hanging out more with kids his age and just enjoying that time, even if he's out a little too late because, school doesn't truly matter.
Ed, you worked as a line cook, right?
Yeah, I ended up chef. But yes, for many years. I worked from 16 to, I want to say, 32. I worked, so 16 years.
That's not 2016 to 2032. That's his age.
16 years old, from 1998 to like a couple of years ago.
There were a couple of years there where we had to refer to Ed as chef, and that was hard. Yeah, that was hard.
Otherwise, you get slapped with a fucking spatula, a hot one.
Oh man, we got some scars on our backs because of that.
Man, R.I.P. fucking Anthony Bourdain.
Yes, please. Can we talk about it?
Oh my god, brighter side.
What is the brighter side of that shit, dude?
I don't know. It's a big eye opener.
Time with that one, man.
He's the coolest dude on earth, I would say, and for him to do that, makes you realize that it could be anybody.
I hate when something, and I guess that is just life for you, but when you can compartmentalize something, such as with Anthony Bourdain, you compartmentalized him as a pretty black and white subject of this guy's like the coolest dude, and he's like a dude who I look up to the way he lives. Yeah. And so when the narrative gets changed in a smoke speck of a moment, it makes your whole outlook on your reality different. You're just like, whoa, but you were the dude. Yeah. So what the fuck am I even doing? You know what I mean? Yeah. But the brighter side is like, I don't know. I'd say for me personally, I don't have any kinds of thoughts like that. I'm terrified of eventually coming to that point where I do have sort of thoughts like that. I want to know more I want to know the story a little bit more. You know what's fucking me up a little bit too? What? Like Kate Spade should get her due as well, by the way. People made a bunch of shitty fucking jokes about her online. What? Everybody was all serious about Anthony Bourdain, but I feel like people were jokes about way faster to make jokes about the handbag lady than the fucking cool cook. You know what I mean? I only have some like Proud Boy making jokes about Bourdain. Everybody else I've seen has treated him very seriously.
I didn't see anything. I thought people took Kate Spade very seriously.
So I just feel like too, I'm scared because I feel like shit comes in threes, and I'm wondering who the third one's gonna be in the next like week or so.
Well, there was Vern Troyer killed himself. Avicii killed himself.
Maybe Vern then.
This has been like the year of suicide.
So everybody was wondering. Last year it was the year of celebrities.
And it comes in waves, too.
Last year was the year of celebrities getting called out for fucked up shit. Yeah. The year before, like, celebrities going to jail, essentially. The year before that, it was celebrity just deaths. And this year, it's fucking celebrity suicides. This is crazy. And you know what was funny? There was a Reddit thread not too long ago being, like, saying that. Like, last year was this. The year before that was celebrity deaths or whatever. What do you think this year's going to be? I don't know. If anybody called celebrity fucking suicide as the thing that was going to be so prevalent.
I'll tell you what, everyone in this chat's really sweet, but people are fucking cruel on the internet, man.
Yeah, people are just mean on the internet, but it is interesting how people choose what they will be flipping about. You know what I mean? When it comes to a human life. You know what I mean? It's really a bummer. See, Momo agrees. Like, I was seeing a lot of stuff, like just a lot of flippant shit, or a lot of just kind of like, just kind of treating it just because she's a fashion person, like as if that fucking makes a difference. She was also a cool person and people really liked her. You know what I mean? Like there was a
her also, I mean, she was just one of those people where you just figure her life's great and everything's fine.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not fine.
Also,
Benjamin,
the vocalist for Frightened Rabbit killed himself. I didn't know that.
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. Oh, man.
My brighter side of not being able to listen to the roundtable, we've got a little treat for you coming out. How
Yeah.
about more roundtables soon? We didn't have Marcus or Ben on the episode, but it's an episode of fucking roundtable,
Yeah.
and it's coming out soon. All right.
Yeah, it's the cast is me, Holden, Jackie, Mary, Kevin, Amber, and Jordan Temple.
It's a brighter side fucking. I mean, it's a roundtable fucking episode and a brighter side episode.
Yeah.
Brighter side of having no friends in real life. I moved 8 years ago and haven't met anyone I've connected with. I'm a stay-at-home mom and have a kid with special needs, so I don't get the chance to get out much.
I mean, woof. I just did an episode of Thick Skin about autism yesterday, and it was very interesting. We had someone who works with autistic kids for this organization called Zip Zap Zop Enrichment, and they teach kids, autistic kids, improv. They don't charge any money. It's not a class. They teach it to them to make eye contact and just to like know each other better and be able to speak and respond and yes and like, you know, it helps them with conversation more than it helps them be a performer. And then we had an autistic comedian on named Josh Meyerwitz, Autistic Thunder he calls himself. Hilarious dude, and we talked about his life and what it's like being autistic and all that stuff, and he had some rough trouble, but now he is on his own. He's getting checks from the government, but he's living on his own, close to his parents. He sees his parents every day, but he doesn't live there. He doesn't sleep there, and he does stand up like 7 days a week. And you know, every once in a while he gets some money, you know, for a gig or not, but he's doing good. You know, and he's a part of Roast Battle. It's a lot of fun to watch, and it's crazy because like comedians took him in when he never had friends his whole life until he started going to the Comedy Store, and the Comedy Store is notorious for hating everybody and being very inclusive, and then you know, here's this fucking autistic kid who comes in and he's welcomed by all the comedians. And, you know, he's on Ari Shafir's podcast. He's a great dude. Josh Meyerwitz, Autistic Thunder. Look him up. He's
Booth 42069 as tells Sparkle Fart, the lady with the child who's lonely. Have you heard of Meetup? It's a website where you can meet up with people in your area to discuss topics, hang out, etc. I mean, one good thing about the internet nowadays is you can solve a lot of problems without necessarily having to leave your house immediately. You can try to reach out to people, find people. I would say, you know, it's going to take a little effort, which I'm sure is exhausting to even think about for you with the struggles you have as a single parent with an autistic child. But try to just take little baby steps, and that'd be a good way to take one, right? After the kid's in bed or whatever it is. You know, look up, go on to Meetup, create an account, and just take little steps forward. You know what I mean? Just like little baby steps, and that's kind of the way of things. I mean, the same thing I was talking about with my unemployment year. I feel like it literally is just like, then just sit in front of a screen with a blank page in front of you for an hour a day. Yeah. If that's what it is, just for 15 minutes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Great to see you guys. Just create more. I
want to address this. Also, Gladwell, you all bet on Next Celeb to Die for like 5 years on Roundtable. Yeah, and you know what? I still make fun of celebrities who die. I'll never stop.
Right.
I didn't do a Kate Spade thing because I didn't want to, because it seemed rude because she killed herself.
Yeah.
Anthony Bourdain, we roasted him a little bit on Thick Skin. We have a bit is Guess Who? You know, it's basically the bit that me and Ben used to do forever ago. But it's Roast in Peace, where we roast someone who died, and it's like almost an honor as much as it is rude. You know, I understand how people can get offended, and that's gonna happen no matter what you do.
I think there's a way to do it. Like, you're framing it in a different way than some of the way people framed it on Facebook, and I think for people to
I'm not like Anthony Bourdain was well hung, you know, I'm not making jokes like that.
Or even just like fashion, like treating fashion like it's just like a bullshit art form, you know what I mean? And that's their excuse. Like, and making fun of this woman's suicide is their way to like let everybody know that that's how they feel about fashion, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like that's the kind of shit that pisses me off. Like when somebody's just like, oh, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Because it's a person who is famous for making purses. Like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. Second of all, she fucking worked her ass off to get where she got in this goddamn world, and probably much harder than your stupid ass sitting around fucking writing dumb shit on Facebook. Ed Larson.
I never said anything about Kate Spade.
I'm just kidding. Fuck. Oh, also shout out to Fritz Bone Lord. Andrew, I see you watching, man. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could get some new roundtable out for you, man. Also, Ed, you're a comedian. Assholes on FB are just assholes. Exactly.
I've been staying off it, man.
This is what I've been grappling with.
I've been using it to promote, and I don't know.
Me too.
I I've been really enjoying not being on it as much. And it's every time I go on, I read somebody's fight about some shit, and I read like a list of all these random people I never even heard of fighting against each other, and I get sucked into it for such a long time. I could be doing anything else. I could be staring at a wall and it would be more productive.
Right.
And it's just, it drives me nuts.
Tommy said, what? Brothers, getting rid of the FB was the best shit I've ever done. That fucker is bad for you. All it does is make you feel inadequate. True? Yeah, for a while it was hard because I felt like I'd just go on there and everybody just be blasting about their successes and shit. You know what I mean? And I'd be feeling all bad. Now I'm a little more self-confident. Like, I don't really feel like bad about where I'm at with that shit. But at the same time, it is grating, and I try not to be too on it like that. I mean, again, I'm like you. I just use it as a way to advertise what I'm doing, because it's a really good way to just let people know what the fuck I'm doing. I hit Facebook, I hit Twitter.
Oh, Shiza!
Man, baby, Germ the Wizard, thank you so much for the resub, buddy. Or sub. I don't even know at this point. Oh, shit. So anyways, Val Kilmer is going to be the next celebrity to die. He was on Jones's Jukebox at a LA radio show, and his throat cancer is bad. He sounds terrible. That's so awful.
Val Kilmer, he went rough for a while.
He
kind of went off the deep end.
He kind of wrote a little, like, his thing to Bourdain. I get a little upset when people go on Facebook or whatever and write a big spiel about, like, you had a kid, how could you do, you know what I mean? Like, how could you do this? 69 viewers, really.
That's just him amazing. Dealing with his own suicidal thoughts, probably.
Yeah, it just makes me so bummed out. It's like, dude, you have no idea what depths of fucking pain he was in. You know what I mean? And I'll never fucking know, because I just don't, unless somehow I do end up getting on some medication that gives you suicidal thoughts or something. Yeah. That's probably the only way, because it's just not really in my natural human person to
bipolar disorder is a disease, and if it's not treated if you're like meant to feel shame for it for some reason, or going to a therapist, you're meant to feel shame for taking medicine. I mean, it's just stupid. It's like, I have heartburn, I take a pill for it and I'm better. I'm not embarrassed by it. It's just like, what? It's the part of your body that's fucked up.
Oh, Shiza!
Man, baby. Dan Bear Pig, thank you so much for the perfectly timed Twitch Prime sub. Key is stick to Roundtable Gentlemen and Whizbrew groups and nothing else on FB. Exactly. Whizbrew is a very positive group. I've only read a few things on there that made me upset. For the most part, people keep it really cool. It's starting to get big enough where it's going to start being bad. You know what I mean? But every rose has its thorn, and every Facebook group has its fucking toxic waste trash. Once again, Owen Benjamin called Anthony Bourdain a pussy and a coward, and it made my blood boil.
Owen Benjamin's off the deep end. You shouldn't even be giving him views.
Right, just don't even look at his shit. I don't really follow that guy.
You can't give that guy. You're helping him spread his hate.
Ugh.
Don't even give that dude any fucking attention. He's garbage, and he's just sad that when he goes home, there's nobody that loves him there.
You ever see Last Podcast on the Left Facebook? Goddamn, yeah, absolutely. I've seen where it can all go. Where's some brighter side questions in here? What do you got going on in your life? Let's get off of this fucking Facebook chat.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 Remake doesn't come out until January, and this pains me. How do you deal with a game that's not coming? Maybe for you it's a movie, Ed. It's like a Rocky movie.
It would have to be a Rocky. I mean, I can't wait for Creed 2.
And it's not Creed 2. Let's say Creed 2 is not coming out for another year.
It's coming out at Thanksgiving.
How do you deal with? Let's say it's not.
If it gets pushed back to Thanksgiving?
Let's say it gets pushed back to January.
I'd be so worried that it was awful.
Yeah.
Especially if it gets pushed to January. That means they're not pushing it for the Oscars.
There you go.
Oh, boy. But yeah, Dolph Lundgren looks huge. And so I think we'll be okay.
I guess that's the brighter side about a video game, is the fact that, like, usually when they push something off, it's not necessarily meaning that it's bad.
Yeah.
It just means they're taking their time to make sure it's great.
Yeah.
That's usually the case. Sometimes it's like, ooh, they keep pushing this back. Like, this might be terrible. But January isn't that far away. And it'll be the cold months. And you'll be happy
to have
something to do during the cold months. I'm a singer and get hired to sing for churches, etc. But a few years ago, I was at this church, and the woman giving the sermon literally spent 15 minutes talking about how selfish and awful Philip Seymour Hoffman was for his addiction and suicide. We all just gotta fight the good fight and bring more love and compassion into the world. Yeah, people just come at things without understanding, having any attempt at understanding perspective. I think everyone needs to take a little more time in their fucking lives to understand perspectives and realize that, like, the world isn't just seen, everything you see isn't what everyone else sees. You know what I'm saying? I had a boss that was unable to do that. You know what I mean? And it sucked.
Yeah, and I gotta say, shame on that fucking bitch for saying that to room full of people in a church who are putting their beliefs in her, and some of those people are looking at her as an extension of the hand of God, which is a crazy thing to me because I don't believe in any of that shit.
We know you don't.
But I mean, that's what's going on, and that's what she's doing, and she's playing off these people's vulnerabilities, and it's like trying to scare them into not killing themselves. When in actuality, you're just hurting the disease. You're just pushing them back and making them feel more different when you should be telling them to get help and accepting what's going on in their fucking lives.
Yeah.
Bitch.
That fucker.
That bitch.
Well, it's just one of those. It's just one of those, dude, where it's like, whenever church gets judgy, it sucks.
Yeah.
Church should not be super judgy, and it always, you know what I mean?
It
And I
does
know
be-
a lot
it
of it
does
is
a
about
lot.
judgment and stuff,
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
God's judgment. You're not God, so stop being judgy. People in church way too judgmental, so that's a lot of people sitting there going like, yeah.
Yeah.
He's being self. It's just like, what the fuck do you know?
Your only reason you're here is because you're scared of going to hell. Just
And you're
be
judging
nice.
this fucking
Like,
guy. At least this guy's not afraid to fucking die, you loser. Man, I would love to be a pastor, like, for a day, like, knock out the pastor with, like, a wooden club and then, like, steal the clothes and go out there and just get crazy with it.
Ugh.
Not really a brighter side, but I just today kind of gave myself a kick in the ass with the realization that I haven't done shit but play video games since I moved out on my own and haven't made any connections or real career progress for almost a year now. Well, there you go. It's little steps like that. Kick your ass into gear. It's only in you to change things. I was miserable at my day job for fucking 5+ years. I was miserable in my day job. Ever since I moved to New York, I was miserable at a day job or broke and unemployed. And I made the decision within myself. I'm like, I mentioned the artist's way earlier. That was one of the things I did. One of the little steps I took to say, I'm going to change my life. I started reading the artist's way. I started running, getting exercise, and I started really making my best fucking effort to actually push myself forward. And a lot of that had to do with just trying everything in desperation. And the thing that stuck was Twitch. The thing that stuck was Wizard and the Bruiser. And then I just kind of slowly removed all the other bullshit from my life. I just slowly kind of chopped it away. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and it'll work that way. Like, if you just have to resign to the fact that at least for the next year or two, you're gonna have to work your ass off. Now, this is a problem of perspective, right? If you have a kid or something like that, I have no idea. I know people accomplish shit, but I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, just do a bunch of crazy bullshit, with your fucking kid and your full-time job. Hey, it's hard out there, all right? I'm not gonna say it's not, but people do bust their ass. They do things to push through. It might take longer for you because you do have like kids or something like that, but as long as you're taking little fucking steps in every direction that you can to try to better your life, you're going to do better in life. Thank you very much. This has been Holden McNeely. I'm a god, and I'm good at talking without stopping. Ed? Frizz Bone Lord says, in rehab, I had to go to this crazy Pentecostal church, and one day this dude went up and told a story about how when he caught AIDS from slamming heroin, he started going to gay bars to spread his infection and kill gay people for God. Most of the congregation ate it up. Church people can be fucked. I actually kind of regret reading that.
Yeah.
That's the most upsetting shit I have seen
you should
all day.
You should have told the fucking police.
Jesus Christ.
It's attempted murder, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, that is completely...
Yeah, you should tell the cops.
That is completely fucked up.
That is crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, or just like, I don't know, beat him to death, right?
Yeah.
Is that an option?
Life is nice. Been suicidal and talking to my friends who sit on ivory towers with silver spoons in their mouths has made me needlessly bitter. I understand, man, but don't fucking do that shit. Go find some good people to talk to that's not going to be like that. Find better friends.
Yeah, I mean, just because you don't want to go to Ivory Tower with a silver spoon, you don't got to go there. Hang out with other people.
Yeah, there should definitely be ways to challenge that in the court. Damper Big says, try streaming. I've recently gotten into it, and it's filling a creative void I have in my life. I have a full-time job, and streaming has really helped me feel creative and like I'm doing something important, even though I'm still just playing video games. Again, the least, I said myself too, it was $40 for a PlayStation camera. I was like, the least I can do is try the streaming thing. And if it doesn't work, I'm in my apartment. It costs $40 to get going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, dude, just do it. I didn't want to do it. At first I thought it was stupid. You know what I mean?
You love it.
Yeah, I was like,
it's changed your life.
Yeah, I was trying to be cynical about it because like, I'm a comedy writer. I need to be on a comedy writing staff. Like, this is not what I do.
You find your way.
And then I totally changed what I do.
Yeah.
You know, I totally adapted and said, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to give this a shot because I'm not happy and I'm not getting a writing job. So let's just get this done. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just wait for somebody to call you on the fucking phone. I mean, this is me. I'm a broken record, I feel like, with that. But for a while, I was just waiting for Henry to call me with another gig.
Yeah.
Which is stupid. Working at a job I hated. You look like the head writer for Young Sheldon. I'll take that as a compliment.
I mean, that's a
He's
great
a millionaire.
job. Yeah, that's a phenomenal job.
I'm going to start streaming once I have my own space and good internet again. True. If God wants people to die, then God is wrong. Clearly, those churchgoers weren't following anything worth following. There you go. Same here. I thought streamers were dumb, and now I find myself loving it and loving the community. Absolutely.
Rock and roll.
It's a way for me to create content and interact directly with people.
I do like it. I, was strongly against it because I hate video games.
Yes.
But now that I know I can do this, I fucking love it.
You also hate, unlike me, who does it with abandon, you do not like to ask for money, I think, directly from sort of like your audience. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then you have a hard time with that, which I totally get.
Yeah.
But there's classy ways of doing it. Or you can just do it for tequila shots.
Yes, that is
really classless ways to do it.
Italy was wonderful. Valkyries, right?
Yeah.
Valkyries? Yeah, that was wonderful. I had such a good time. Cena got married. It was beautiful. I married him and Cosmo. They're the most cutest couple in the fucking world. I went to Rome. I saw a bunch of bones. I saw the Colosseum. I saw Sorrento. Me and Henry took a boat ride from Sorrento to Naples. It was fucking awesome. Went to Pompeii. It was great. We need to go on vacation together. Me and Henry just kept talking about the whole time. It's like, we've never been on vacation together.
I know. I just haven't been on a vacation in
The
forever.
last time we've done anything like that together was the fucking beach house in college.
Yeah. Everything I do is partly a work trip. That's why I extended my stay here so that I could like not just be working the whole time I was here.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've been literally working every day. I'm going to do research after this by the pool probably.
That's fine.
I legit got laid off. Okay, at first I thought he said he got laid at work.
Yeah.
And then I legit got laid off from work yesterday, says Prince Witherdick, and was escorted out of the office. It sucks so hard. Dude, I've been there, by the way. I've been escorted out of the office. It was really annoying and really lame. I've been there for over 2 years, loved it, and had friends. I should be looking for jobs right now, maybe, but every time I ash a bowl, I find it refilled and keep on hitting it. I'm talking about weed. It's good. It's good to see you guys. Ed, you look like this Jesus my Mormon mom has in the sitting room. It'll be okay. Can you send Ed a picture of that Jesus, please?
I love a fat Jesus.
DM Ed a picture of that Jesus so we can make it his profile picture. Ed, teach me how to hate video games. I need things to go out and do other than drink.
I mean, well, hold on a second. What are you asking me to do?
And we got to talk about this getting laid off shit too. But I just thought that was a great
So
comment.
I mean, it's easy to hate video games. You just can't, Well, you know what it is for me? I'm just not good at them. And there's just like too many buttons. I refuse to learn it. I feel like I'm wasting my time. That's why it all seems worthless. But at the same time, I'll sit there and listen to 4 new albums in a row and then not do anything and just listen to the fucking music. So who am I even kidding?
Right.
It's just choosing what to waste your time on, because we all need to waste our time one way or another.
Exactly.
And so it's just making those choices. And but video games are not for me. And what was the other thing you want to know? Oh, you need something else to do other than go out and drink all the time?
Yeah.
Well, I do that a lot. But I would say you want something else to do. There's night golf. Yeah.
Night golf. You just hit balls into the dark night. Yeah, there's night golf. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, not getting laid off. I got laid off too. All right.
Yeah.
I got laid off.
I've been laid off as well, by the way. And
oh.
we've all been laid off. I got laid off from my first job at Toys R Us.
And I got escorted out. Did you ever get escorted out? I was so pissed.
No.
They took me in the room. They fired me. And they should have. I wasn't doing my job. I love it. They're talking about Scarlett Johansson dating Colin Jost, and they refer to him as the Weekend Update guy, who isn't Michael Che. Michael Che has nobody.
That's
He's
also
got no
how
one.
I refer to him.
So anyways, I got, and then when I got out, I sat down on my computer and I was like, oh, I've got some files I want to like email to myself, some like Word docs.
Yeah.
And I go in. And I go in and it's blocked me. I can't get into my computer. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then this guy's right behind me. He's like, just gather your stuff and I'll escort you out of the building. I'm just like, and I know this guy.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, Oh, Shiza.
Man, baby, thank you so much, Unbound, for the tier 1 sub. And anyways, I was so humiliated.
Yeah.
I knew all of the people in the office as a complete, like, a day ago, I was just a complete and utter on the level person. You
Well,
know
they
what I
also
mean?
thought you were crazy.
Kind of, but like my supervisor was weeping when she fired me. Like I was friends with everybody. You know what I mean?
You know, it's protocol.
It is, but it just reminded me like, oh, everyone acts like they're your friend in these offices, but no one gives a fuck. Because you could be escorted out of the building like you're some criminal literally the day after if the company so decides and everybody just goes like...
Dude, I fucking
you know what I mean?
went out of my office job, middle fingers up. It was great.
Dude, the feeling I got leaving that, walking out of that elevator and knowing I'll never have to walk into that elevator ever again was like unbelievable, dude. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that was so good. I'm sure you had friends there and everything, but I'm sure you didn't like love that job. You know what I mean? Was fired, yet it was the boss's procedures for the job were not clear and did not train me. Surprised when I didn't do what he wanted me to do. Had to hand in the key, and he closed the door behind me. Don't know how that place was accredited as a chem lab. Was horrendous, dude. And I remember too. Henry gave me like really good.
You're making meth? No, go ahead. What?
I remember Henry gave me really good advice. I was like, oh, you know, I feel so bad for the supervisor or whatever. And he's like, dude, she doesn't give a fuck about you. None of these people give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
You just do for you.
Yeah.
These day job people, they don't give a shit.
Agreed.
They don't give a
Sons
flying
of bitches,
shit. Dude, we're going to have to wrap up soon. We need a couple more last minute ones. We have to go let Jackie in. She's got a voiceover audition to record
Is
on
she
this
downstairs?
computer. She said meet me down in 3.
Ooh.
So let's wrap things up here. Does anybody have one final like brighter side to get or whatever, and we'll say our goodbyes here?
Yeah, and you can go grab her, and I'll.
If you want to keep it going for a little bit, I mean, look, we got 72 people.
72
watching.
people. I'll
This is
hang out with
amazing.
these fuckers.
Hang out for a little bit. I'll walk downstairs in just a
Go
minute.
grab Jackie. She'll come say hi, and then we'll say goodbye.
And then we'll say goodbye.
I think that sounds wonderful.
Brighter side of a late, she'll probably be like, "I haven't put my makeup on."
Oh yeah,
I haven't put my makeup.
that is what she looks
on.
like without her makeup.
With the selfies.
And
oh my god.
And then the hump.
Seeing her selfie procedure was amazing. Like we did, because we took. I was like, we
It's
need a
very
picture.
aggravating.
We need a picture. We got to put up, but she gets the hits.
She gets the hits.
They love it.
They love her. She's very.
They love
She is a whatchamacallit. She is an icon.
She is an icon.
An Instagram icon.
An Instacon.
All right.
Don't leave us yet. We're not leaving yet. Thick Skin is the best comedy podcast ever. Hell yeah.
Woo,
Very nice.
Thank you.
That would be Thick Skin. Why don't you plug that real quick? Thick Skin with Jeff Ross.
Jeff Ross. Check us out on Libsyn.
Ooh,
iTunes, we're using them instead of SoundCloud.
Oh, okay.
And Stitcher, all that shit. We love it. It's so much fun. This week we had, I just told you about it. We had some autistic people work in that community on, and it was very cool. Check it out. If you want to go listen to a great episode, listen to that Gilbert Gottfried episode. It's just Jeff and Gilbert's family. It's unbelievable. You all should check it out.
All right, I'm going to go let Jackie in downstairs if you want to keep this train a-rolling with some more brighter sides of things.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Brighter side of a lazy SO who does the bare minimum to keep things together. I mean, you're keeping it together. I mean, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you know, if you got it, you know, you're making enough money to live, then if that's your goal, then you're doing the right thing. You know, not everyone has to be fucking rich. I feel like I'm doing everything, and then I feel like I'm doing everything, and then I get handed my son. SO, a lazy. Brighter side of a lazy SO. I don't know what that means. Maybe you need to explain that to me. Is your ex-wife lazy? I don't understand. But then you get handed your son because she needs a break. Oh, because you work all the time. I get it. I mean, if she does the bare minimum, then your son shouldn't be there. You know, if you're going to put in the extra effort and make your son's life better than she was, then that's what you need to do. And that's a sad realization. I mean, you can yell at her all you want, but she is who she is. And unfortunately, that's not, doing enough to help raise your child. So you taking control is probably the best move. And so congratulations. You take care of your child now. 10 out of 10 Jackie impression. Maybe switch to impression comedy. Yeah, no, he should. He's a fucking big-throated man who can... If anyone has a throat, then Holden can make fun of it. I once watched him swallow a Guinness can. Brighter side of working the night shift. Fuck yeah, man. It's awesome. No traffic. Unless you're going home and you get the rush hour traffic. I love the night shift, man. It's all about it. If you don't have to go out and do nothing, if you don't care about sports and you don't care about whatchamacallit, going up and doing comedy or checking out things, working night is the way for me. Yeah, I mean, talk to less people, you enjoy your life, and that's just how it is. Brighter side of finding any other job after the food industry. I mean, like I said earlier, the one time I was in food industry my whole life. Then I found another job for 2 years, and I fucking hated it, and went straight back to the food industry, and then became more successful in the food industry than I ever was, and made more money than I do make now. And so I can't. It's good to take a break, but always do what you're good at. And so how do you keep yourself on the right path? I've been on the path for a new career and getting healthy, but it's hard to keep my eye on the long-term goal of getting my new job. Just fucking do it. You have to. That's all you got. It's one of those things you can sit around and bitch about it, or you just fucking do it. There's no other way about it. And being upset and complaining about shit never solved one fucking problem. So just fucking do it. Hold it back. Oh, there's Jackie.
All right, we got to close this thing up.
All right, we're going to close this up, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening to us, taking us out. We'll play that GB song again.
Okay.
All right.
Are we going to play the theme song?
Oh, the theme song. Yeah, the theme song. We'll play the theme song. That's right. All right, guys.
Fantastic. Everybody will love it.
Oh, Shaza.
Man, baby, make man one. Thank you so much for the sub.
Be good to yourselves. We love you. This has been the Brighter Side of the Cynics Look at Optimism. Listen to Amber Nelson's other podcast, Dang Y'all. We love her so much, and it's been doing great, and it's really fucking a great insight into her fucking crazy brain. And listen to all the other podcasts here on LPN. We love you guys. Holden?
Jaggy Dan Bear Pig says hi. Hi. Also, she says hi back. Also, catch me twitch.tv/HoldenAnderSo. Thanks so much for coming by, and I'll be back. When's the next time I'll be streaming? Probably Thursday. Finishing Kingdom Hearts 2. Thank fucking God. So you'll probably see me 2 o'clock Thursday. All right, everybody. Take care.